We promised you that there would be some limited edition Furch guitars landing sometime in the autumn. And while we're still waiting for the weather to change, some of the guitars have arrived. Today we're taking a look at these awesome Yellow Deluxe limited editions. Stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, please subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag and check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. So if you listen to our podcast, when we got back from the European trip to visit Furch's factory, which was awesome, we talked about some very cool custom guitars that we got from that event and also limited edition guitars that would be arriving in the fall, or as you should probably say, the autumn. And it's still like in the 80s here, but the guitars are here and they're awesome. Now we're still waiting for some more of those limiteds and some of those custom guitars, but these are really great guitars that have arrived. They are Yellow Deluxe models, and we're excited.
Yeah, the Yellow Deluxe, already a very popular guitar. It is, you know, we always talk a lot about reds, talk a lot about blues. Yellow is kind of, I mean, obviously...
it's bright color.
It's bright. But it's a nice place to be where you get kind of this premium Furch outfit without all the bling of the red. But I just find they do cedar rosewood and spruce rosewood a lot in this body shape with the duo bevel. Love it. These are kicked up a total notch. Yeah.
Not the bevel duo.
Bevel duo. I quit now. Yeah.
No, honestly, I couldn't remember which one was right. I knew you'd got it wrong before, so I was asking. Now I may have completely messed you up.
There are two bevels. All right, top and back.
There's a dual bevel, a duo of bevels.
Yeah, duo of bevels.
It's beveled.
It's beveled, which everybody seems to like on the Furch stuff.
It's very comfortable.
And they've brought those bevels all the way through the line, you know.
Yes. Yeah, literally from the violet on up.
Yeah, they're really cool. And these are Yellow Deluxes just with some special tonewoods.
Yeah, so let's talk about the feature. So it's going to be spec'd like a yellow in that lineup, but the tonewoods are really what are featured and make it a limited edition here. So what do we have on the top?
On the top, we're talking Alpine. Alpine Spruce, which both of these are nice sets. Nice creamy, which we expect. That one's got a bit of a bear claw in there.
A little bit of bear claw. Bear got a hold of it. Pretty cool. So yeah, a little Alpine run with your Alpine Spruce. Yeah. So Alpine Spruce is a softer spruce. It's kind of like Engelmann in a way, which I'm a big fan of. And so you're going to get a really nice rounded kind of tone. Good volume. You can pick the guitar. You can finger pick it, and it's going to respond well. And you're going to get more brightness out of it, but it's softer. So not quite all the way to a redwood or a cedar, like hanging out in that, Engelmann area. Yeah. So it's a really, really nice, chimey, rounded kind of spruce. On the back, we got some Malaysian Blackwood. Yes, some beautiful Malaysian Blackwood. Both of these are really nice examples.
That is almost Zerakote-esque.
Yeah, so I said this to Josh. I said when I first saw it, I said, if I didn't know what this was and you asked me what it was, I would have said it was Zerakote. And
yeah, both of them kind of like this has got those like heavy lines, kind of layered look.
Yeah, so that's called spider webbing or landscape type of grain pattern, and you see that heavily on Zerakote, but it's also pretty common with Malaysian Blackwood. So, what else do you know about Malaysian Blackwood woodworker?
So I'm guessing we deal with some Tasmanian Blackwood here sometimes, and I know that's an acacia.
It is.
Is Malaysian Blackwood an acacia as well? Because it looks totally different.
It is not an acacia.
Yeah.
So it's also not a Dalbergia. It is not a rosewood. It is and Big John would want you to know this term.
Yeah.
Diospyros.
Spiros.
Yes.
My Greek cousin. Spiros.
It's an ebony. It's Diospyros ebonea
cool.
is the actual scientific term for this wood, and so it is an ebony. It's a cousin of Macassar ebony, which I also really like. So it's a very dense wood.
Yeah,
it's denser than most rosewoods. It's got a really nice richness to it, but unlike a true rosewood, it's not scooped in the mid range, and it has a really nice clear high end. So Rosewood usually has the smile where the mid-range is scooped. This is the smirk.
The smart dude.
Yeah. It's like, I know I'm good.
Yeah.
So, and it's because it's so dense, like Macassar, it works well with a top that kind of softens the edge of that note, but it projects really, really well.
Well, I dig that. It does look kind of like ebony. It's like a mixture of ebony and zirconia kind of with the grain, but it's its own thing.
It's cool. Interesting, too, because as a tonewood, if you get into the depths of the internet or you ask a bunch of luthiers, you'll probably get different answers on it.
Yeah.
Sometimes people have said, oh, it's a great replacement or one of the best woods to replace a Brazilian rosewood. And given that it's not a rosewood, a lot of people are like, really? Yeah. But some luthiers, small builders that use it, will double down on that and say it's one of their favorite woods. And like Brazilian, Brazilian also has a lot of spider webbing, like Cocobolo does. So, it's interesting to hear that example. But again, others will say, no, it's really closer to an ebony. I think it fits kind of between what we think of with most ebonies, which is very transparent attack, and what we think of with the richness and overtones of rosewood. It's kind of got both in there.
Speaking my language, and I demoed that one. And that is pretty incredible. Look at the sides, too.
Yeah, it's just some sapwood and the layered landscaping stuff. That one's cool, too, in the way that it's...
This one's more subtle, but if you look closely at it, it's got the color variation. Yeah. It's got this kind of middle section, but really nice, like you said, landscape kind of vibe. Gorgeous guitars, and like any Furch guitar, very, very easy to play, nice feeling neck, and just like alive with sound. These are all the guitars that we've played from them. That's the biggest compliment that I can give, is like, you never have to try to get more out of it. It's giving you what it's got, and it's plenty, and it's very easy to play. So take a listen.
So there you have it. Wonderful combination on these guitars. Very comfortable with the duo bevel setup that comes with the Deluxe, and a really nice, chiminess and sustain with this combination of woods. If you aren't familiar with Furch, just to round out quickly some of the specifications, you've got a long scale, 25 inches, 1 3/4 inch nut, pretty common on most modern guitars. Really nice Goto 510 tuners with ebony buttons. And, we were showing off some of these to some friends of ours from another guitar company that weren't too familiar with Furch, and they loved the linear fret markers on the side, which is, just, again, modern appointment. I think it's cool. It's one of my favorite things. So these are fantastic guitars. They are limited. I think we're only getting these 2.
We're getting 2.
And so, that's it. Once these are gone, it'll be whatever else remains in the world among Furch dealers. And of course, you can always order something like this through their Rainbow program. In fact, if you've ever dreamed of kind of building your own custom guitar, you should talk to us about that. We can walk you through that whole process. The person that I would love to have in this video isn't here talking about Furch, so I'm going to tell you for him. Maybe the highest praise I can give a guitar company is from our guitar tech, Casey, because he's a bit of a curmudgeon. And if you know guitar techs, it's pretty common. You see all of the worst things usually come across your bench when it comes to guitar builders. And he has done some pickup installs and stuff for these guitars and has been just utterly impressed.
Yeah,
which is unusual. So they're fantastic guitars. Take Casey's word for it.
It's like 1 in 100 that he comes and makes a comment on of like, that's good. So he loves these. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the level of excitement. Like,
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he digs them.
So very cool guitars. If you are interested in either of these guitars, you want to.
You're going to want to go to our website, which is alamomusic.com. You can also chat with us from the website, text us, give us a call, come into the store, anything you want.
That's right. And we have a great sales staff that are well educated and can answer a lot of your questions. But if you do ever have a question for either of us, feel free to ask, and we'll usually be around and can help you with whatever you need. We've got a lot more coming in from Furch. I mentioned the rainbow customs that we picked that are really cool. We've already shown you one of those in kind of a guitar similar to my custom guitar, which is a Macassar Ebony Sinker Redwood, and that's really neat. I put that in Dad Gad the other day. It's like, that's an awesome tuning for that guitar. It's a more limited. So if you are not already with this channel, you want to
subscribe and turn your notifications on as well, and like and comment and tell your friends.
That's very enticing. You turned on the smolder for that one. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.